I'm just about to start my workout for today. All I'm using today is my sandbag and my jump rope. I'm also going to be using an exercise mat, but you do not need any exercise equipment whatsoever to follow along with this workout. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So first of all, let me talk about the equipment that I'm using today, and I will explain what to do if you do not have these pieces of equipment. So we'll start with the sandbag. For reference and for reference only, my sandbag is filled with about 25 pounds of sand. That's a good weight for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That's going to depend on your strength and on your level of fitness. It also just depends on what you have available to you and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight and make the decision that is best for you. If you do not have a sandbag, you may be able to fashion something similar to a sandbag by filling a duffel bag or backpack with some sort of weight. So you could use maybe bags of rice or dried beans or lentils or something like that. Maybe a bag of kitty litter, bags of dog food could work. So get creative and use what you've got around the house, but a backpack or a duffel bag can absolutely work. However, I will say that if you would like to add a sandbag to your home gym, I think that would be very wise, especially if you plan on following my workouts regularly, because I do use my sandbag quite a bit and I think it's a great piece of equipment to have. So remember to check sites like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace or other places like that where people buy and sell things, because fitness equipment can often be snatched up pretty cheaply on those websites because people buy it thinking they're going to use it, they don't end up using it, and they just want a little bit of that money back. So constantly finding gently used pieces of fitness equipment on sites like that. So remember to check those as well. But if you don't want to purchase anything, that's fine. Again, household items will work. So if filling a backpack or a duffel bag is not going to work, I have shown you how to do these exercises that I'm doing with my sandbag today. I've shown you how to do these with like a jug of laundry detergent. Or you could use something like this water bottle. So the first exercise we're doing with our sandbag today is sandbag swings. So if you have something like this, like a jug of laundry detergent with a handle on it, or a jug of water that has a handle that you can hold on to, you can absolutely swing this and that will work. Okay, so just get creative and use what you've got around the house. Of course, if you have a kettlebell or a heavy dumbbell, you could use one of those as well. That would be perfect. The only other thing I'm using today is my jump rope. So I have Rude Becca with me here today. Rude Becca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. So if you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code RudeBecca to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. A jump rope, in my opinion, is the single most cost-effective and efficient and convenient piece of equipment that you could add to your home gym. So you can buy them relatively cheaply. You can get a decent jump rope for like $15. I've even found them cheaper than that. They're easy to find. You can find them at the drugstore. You don't have to go to like a sporting goods store. And they're easy to take with you if you're traveling, and they're just so effective. You're building strength, you are improving your hand-eye coordination, you're improving your stamina, your cardiovascular health. It's a great way to add cardio, and I incorporate jump rope into most of my workouts these days. So again, if you are planning on following my workouts regularly, a jump rope is something that I very strongly recommend that you invest in. It doesn't have to be the kind that I use. There are lots of different kinds out there, but I love this kind, and sometimes people ask me where I get my jump ropes, so that's why I share that bit of information. But if you can't jump rope, first of all, because you lack hand-eye coordination or you have low ceilings, They sell ropeless jump ropes, and I think that would be a fine investment to make. It's really just two handles that you hold on to while you jump over an imaginary rope. But if you don't find it particularly helpful to actually physically be holding onto handles, then I don't think you need to. I think you can just hold on to imaginary handles if you're already jumping over an imaginary rope. So if you want to just pantomime jumping rope, that is absolutely fine. If you don't want to do that, you can just jog in place, or you can do high knees or jumping jacks. Any kind of cardio exercise you want to do while I'm jumping rope is fine. Now, each of my jump rope sections is going to take me somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes, plus or minus 5 minutes. It's kind of hot and it's humid today. I might be moving a little slowly. My stamina might be lagging, so it might take me a little bit more than 5 minutes, but somewhere in that neighborhood. So really, 5 plus or minus 5 minutes or so, something in that neighborhood of any type of moderate paced cardio you want to do is fine. So if you have access to like an exercise bike or a treadmill or an elliptical or something like that, you can hop on one of those for 5 minutes. That works. If you have steps in your home or your apartment complex, you can do up and down the steps. If you want to take this workout to the beach or the hiking trail or the park, if there's something close by you where there's steps you can use, up and down the steps I think is a great option. Or if you have access to the field at your local high school, you could do up and down the bleachers, you could jog around the track. So any kind of moderate paced cardio you want to do for about 5 minutes while I'm jumping rope is fine. Other than that, I'm just using a mat. You will be more comfortable with something soft beneath you because we're going to be doing a sit-up variation. So if you don't have a mat, a towel may suffice. If you're working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, then you probably won't need anything at all. But that's all I'm using today. And there are really just 2 exercises plus jump rope. So let's start with jump rope. When I jump rope, I always pretty much just kind of jog in place like this, but if you are more comfortable jumping with your feet together, jump with your feet together. It doesn't matter. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. So if you're more advanced, you can do like a boxer shuffle, or you can hop on one leg. You can do jump rope jacks. You can jump side to side, twist jumps. Doesn't matter. The only important thing is that we are counting revolutions of the jump rope. We're going to be doing 5 sets of 100 with each of our jump rope sections. So when I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. You're going to count 100 revolutions of the rope. That's 1 set, and you're going to do 5 sets. Okay, so that is the jump rope section. So other than that, we're just doing 2 sandbag exercises, and I already kind of showed you one of them. The first one is sandbag swings. I'm going to be holding on to this middle handle of my sandbag with both hands. You can do 1-arm sandbag swings if you prefer. Since we're doing so many reps of these today and it's going to be challenging enough for me to use both hands, I'm just going to use both hands on my sandbag, but you can always do 1-arm sandbag swings and just alternate arms with each rep. That's fine. I'm going to be holding onto this middle handle of my sandbag with both hands, and I'm just going to swing the sandbag between my legs and up so that it's in line with my shoulders. So this is essentially a hip hinge, and that means you want to start by tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. You want your shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Make sure your abs are super strong and tight and engaged. You're going to push your booty back. Think about trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. At the same time, remember that chest is lifted nice and high, so you also want to be thinking about trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest. You're elongating your spine. The point is that you want to keep your back flat, so you're trying to avoid your back being rounded like this. So tuck those shoulder blades into the back pockets, chest is lifted high, you're pushing that booty back, keeping your back flat, keeping the weight in your heels. I can actually pick up my toes. And then as you swing the sandbag up, you're pressing your heels into the ground and pushing your hips forward. All right, so that's the movement. It's really just a hip hinge, and as you do that, you're swinging the sandbag between your legs and then swinging it up. You're not trying to swing it really high. You're just trying to swing it so that it's more or less in line with your shoulders, okay? Just about like shoulder height. If you happen to go a little higher than that, it's not the end of the world. So Don't freak out about it, but you're not trying to swing it up really high. You're trying to just kind of swing it straight out in front of you. All right, so it's a super simple exercise. It looks like this. This is a benefit of having an actual sandbag, is that I have all these different handles to choose from. So I'm just going to pick it up by this middle handle. I'm using both hands, and then I'm just going to swing it between my legs and swing it up in front of me. So hinging at the hips, back is flat, weight is in the heels, and then pressing my heels into the mat as I straighten my legs and stand. All right, if you want to do it one arm at a time, you can do that. You can start by holding onto the sandbag with one hand, swing it, and then at the top of the movement, you can switch hands. I frequently do this exercise with one arm, but like I said, I'm struggling with my stamina right now, and it is so hot and sticky out here. So we're doing a lot of reps of this exercise, so I'm just going to use both hands today. You do it however you want. But again, if you don't have a sandbag or something similar, you can swing a kettlebell or heavy dumbbell. And if you don't have any exercise equipment, then again, look for household items that will work, like a jug of laundry detergent or that big bottle of water that I showed you earlier. But that's it, that's the first exercise. All we're doing other than that is sandbag sit-ups. So if you don't want to add weight to your sit-ups, you can do any sit-up variation you want, any ab exercise you want, really. So I'm going to be just basically doing a regular sit-up. When I just do sit-ups, just plain old regular sit-ups, I always start with my arms extended overhead, and then as I sit up, I reach up, straightening my back, elongating that spine like I'm trying to touch the ceiling, and then I reverse the movement. Super simple. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing with my sandbag. But when I use my sandbag, I don't have my arms perfectly straight the whole time, so I end up kind of pressing the sandbag up overhead. It's a slightly different movement, but it's essentially just a sit-up holding onto the sandbag. So I'm going to grab a hold of my handles, and then as I sit up, I'm bringing the bag with me in front of my chest first, and then pressing it up overhead as I elongate my spine, reaching up towards the ceiling. Then I'm bringing the sandbag back down in front of my chest before I reverse the movement, lie back down, and then extend my arms up overhead. So first I'm bringing the bag in front of my chest as I sit up. Then I'm pressing the bag up overhead. Then I'm bending my elbows, bringing the bag back down in front of my chest. It stays on my chest as I lie down, and then I extend my arms back up overhead. All right, so sit up, press the bag up overhead, bring it back down, and reverse the movement. Return to the starting position. All right, super simple. So you can do any sit-up variation you want, any ab exercise you want, with or without weight. And that's the second exercise. So that's all we're doing today, just those two sandbag exercises plus jump rope. Now here's the format. We are starting with 50 sandbag swings. Then we're going to do 25 sandbag sit-ups, and then 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. That's one round, and we're going to do 5 rounds total. So by the end of the workout, you will have done a total of 250 sandbag swings, 125 sandbag sit-ups, and 2,500 revolutions of the jump rope. If that's too many for you, do 1 round. Do 2 rounds or 3 rounds or 4 rounds. If it's not enough for you, do more, all right? It's your workout, so you do however many rounds you want, but I'm going to be doing 5 rounds. And that's it. It's a really simple format, so hopefully that is clear. But please remember also that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and of course I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you. So watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how everything fits together, if you have any questions about the exercises that we are doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need help with equipment-free substitutions, if you need to see beginner modifications, please remember that I'm always here to help, so ask questions if you have them. It's really important that you understand the movement, you understand what it is that you're asking your body to do, and you understand how to do the exercises with the proper form before you begin the workout so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And you guys know it's also incredibly important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. Also, a very important reminder, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, to please make sure that you are going at your own pace, and please mind your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. So if you're in really good shape, you will most definitely be faster than I am, and that's wonderful as long as you're not losing anything off of your form to get there. If you are slower than I am, that's also wonderful because you're out here doing the reps, you're putting in the work. So don't worry about how fast you're going, worry about your form. If you find that you are racing through the exercises and your form starts to get sloppy, that means you need to slow down. So that's what I mean when I say don't sacrifice your form for speed. And just please make sure that you are working to your own level. So that means choosing a sandbag or something else to lift that is an appropriate weight for you. So make sure that whatever you choose for weight is not too heavy for you. It means modifying the exercises as needed, and it means taking rest breaks as needed. So if you find that you are needing longer rest breaks than what I'm taking, or if you're finding that you're needing rest breaks where I'm not taking them, then pause the video. I'm not going anywhere. As soon as you're ready to continue, you can rejoin me and we'll finish the workout together. I do want you to challenge yourself to keep your rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. So you should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. I mentioned it a couple times already, and I'm sure I'll be crying about it during the workout. It is hot and humid out here, and I'm struggling with my stamina right now. So I'm sure I'm going to be having to take lots of rest breaks. I will be challenging myself to keep my rest breaks as short as I can, but they will be as long as I need. So you may need longer rest breaks than what I'm taking. You may not need to rest at all. So please just go at your own pace, mind your form, and just make sure that you are working to your own level. Please do not push your body into doing anything that it is not ready to do. Be smart, be safe, listen to your body, and make the decision that is best for you, and just do your best. Remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. Hopefully I have covered everything. I want to go ahead and get into the workout as quickly as possible. So if you're ready to go ahead and begin, make sure that you have something soft beneath you. So grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one, if not, maybe a towel. Again, if you're working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, you may not need anything at all. Grab a sandbag or something similar if you have it. If not, maybe a kettlebell or a heavy dumbbell or a household item like a jug of laundry detergent, for example. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, pause the video, go get dressed, and then meet me right back here. We're going to start with a quick 5-minute warm up, and then we'll get right into the workout. All right, so as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm up. So you're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. You are not actively pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. You're just resting your arm there. Your arm should be completely relaxed. You're letting gravity do all of the work of just gently stretching the other side of your neck, just using the weight of your arm. Switching sides, so allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Your arm is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. Make sure they're not hunched up here by your ears. Next, we're going to do some head rolls. So you're going to start by allowing your chin to fall towards your chest and then towards the opposite shoulder and back. Each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start feeling your head getting heavier and heavier, allowing your range of motion to increase. Your arms are loose like a rag doll until eventually you're allowing your entire torso to just fall down in front of you. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back. You can roll them forward if you prefer, but just make sure that you're making big circles, explore your full range of motion. Next, we're going to do arm circles, but we're going to start small with our arm circles. So you're going to extend your arms straight out to the sides, And start by just making small circles, either to the back or to the front, it doesn't matter. But gradually you're going to start making your circles bigger and bigger until eventually you are exploring your full range of motion and making those circles as big as you possibly can. Next, you're going to step your feet so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to bend your knees and sweep your hands in front of you. And as you straighten your legs, you're reaching up as high as you can, trying to touch the ceiling. Each time you bend your knees, you're allowing your range of motion to increase a little more, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now keep your feet planted right where they are. We're going to lunge side to side, nice and easy. And now add the arms. So with each lunge, you are reaching across your body like you're trying to throw your arm across the room. Next, we're just going to march in place. So you're going to step your feet in and march, keeping your knees low at first. But gradually, as the interval progresses, you're going to start driving your knees up, higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're really driving those knees up as high as you can towards your chest. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. Jogging in place, again, starting with the knees low and gradually driving those knees up higher and higher towards your chest until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can. Next is booty kicks. So it's still just a nice light jog, but now with each step, I'm bringing my foot behind me, trying to kick myself in the booty cheek with my heel. If you struggle with balance, you may need to hold on to the wall or a chair for support for this next one. If not, you can just have your hands on your hips. Transfer your weight into one foot, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back, nice and loose. Now we're gonna do the other side. So you'll put this foot down, transfer your weight again, pick up the opposite foot, and swing the leg front and back. You can start low, and then as you feel ready, you can start to increase your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. Switching legs again. So put this foot down, transfer the weight, pick up the opposite foot, extend the leg out in front of you. Bring it around and behind, making a semicircle. And with each semicircle, lifting that leg higher and higher until finally I'm gonna drive my knee up towards my chest and use my hands to guide it around for a hip circle. Other side, extending the opposite leg out in front. Making a semicircle, bringing the leg around and behind you, lifting that leg higher and higher each time, and for the final 2 reps, hip circle. So drive the knee up in front of you, use your hand to guide it around, and finishing with a quick hamstring stretch. So feet are wider than shoulder width apart. Soft bend to the knees, and try to keep your back as flat as possible so that you isolate your hamstrings more effectively. So if you want to use the chair or the wall or the arm of your couch to assist you getting into this stretch like I just did with this post, might make it a little bit more accessible, a little bit more comfortable. But that's it. That's our 5-minute warm up. So let's go ahead and get right into the workout. I would love to finish this in under an hour if I can. That's my goal. We'll see if I can get anywhere close to that. We are starting with 50 sandbag swings. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. I am starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and I lied. 3, 2, 1, and go. So, 50 sandbag swings. have 25 sandbag sit-ups. So sit up, press the bag up overhead, and reverse the movement. That's 1, 2, 3, we're going to 25, do your best. It's 15, 10 more. That's 20, 5 more. 21, 22, 23, 24, last one. And 25. And now, to finish the round, this is our first cardio section. So 5-ish minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want to do is fine. I'm going to be jumping rope. All right, before we get started, let me just give you my little speech about tripping. If you trip over your jump rope, which you will likely see me doing a lot today, you do not have to go back and start the set over. Just let it go, all right? Take a deep breath and get right back into it. Pick up your count where you left off. Just do your best, all right? 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Down ponytail. 30, 40, 50. 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Just marking a little slash so I don't lose track of how many sets I've done. I'm going to do my best to keep my rest breaks in between sets as short as I can, but I'm struggling with my stamina. I may have mentioned that 6 times already. So don't take these long rest breaks if you don't need to. If you're able to do your sets with less downtime in between, that's what you should do. But that is my first set of 100, so I'm going to do 4 more. As soon as you're ready, round 2, or set number 2. So that was set number 5. So that's round 1. We're going to do 4 more rounds. I'm going to do 4 more rounds. If 5 rounds is too many for you, do as many rounds as you want, but we're just gonna keep repeating that. We're gonna do 4 more. So starting again with 50 sandbag swings and then 25 sandbag sit-ups, 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. Starting round 2. It's 30. Have to do 20 more. Told you it was humid. So now I'm getting another little summer shower. I'm gonna turn the other way so I don't get my sandbag wet. "25 sit-ups. That's 10. "15. That's 20. Just 5 more. 25. Please be careful getting up. It's a good idea to get up slowly and incrementally so you do not get lightheaded. So now to finish round 2, this is our second cardio section, so I'm going to be doing another 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. You can do any kind of cardio exercise you want. As soon as you're ready, here we go. I'm going to start that set over since I didn't even complete 10 revolutions. I'd rather see if I could string together a clean set of 100. Okay, set number 3, take 2. Two more sets. Last set. So that's round 2. I have 3 more rounds to go. I'm already way off my pace of trying to complete this in under an hour. Under an hour was my goal, but I knew it wasn't very likely, so at this point, I know I'm not going to complete this in under an hour. I'll just try to keep it as close to an hour as I can. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna get it done, that's the important part. But that's round 2. So starting round 3, as soon as you're ready, if you need to pause and rest, pause the video, towel off, get something to drink, let your heart rate come down a little bit, allow your breathing to normalize, and when you're ready, let's go ahead and start round 3. I am probably going to do what I did last round. I'll try to do my first 30 reps unbroken if I can, and then I'll take a short rest break and finish up with my last 20 reps, because I don't think I have the stamina to do all 50 unbroken. One more deep breath, a little more rain. All right, as soon as you're ready, here we go, round 3, starting with 50 sandbag swings. See if I can do my final 20 unbroken. It's 40. That's 50. quickly as you can. 25 sandbag sit-ups. That's 10. It's 15. 10 more. That's 20. 5 more. That's 25. Another 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. Or 5-ish minutes of whatever kind of cardio exercise you have elected to do. When you are ready. 2 more sets. Starting to get hard. Getting harder and harder to get those feet up over the rope. But this is our final set. Let's push. All right, that was set number 5, and that's round 3. 2 more rounds to go. If you don't have 2 more rounds in you, be done here, or you can just do 1 more round with me. But the way my brain works, if I had written it 40 sandbag swings and 20 sandbag sit-ups and 4 sets of 100 with the jump rope, I would have done 4 rounds. But since we're 50 and 25, that's 5s. So 5 sets of jump rope, 5 rounds. But if you don't have OCD, you can do 3 rounds or 4 rounds. That's fine by me. Regardless, if you are continuing on with me, let's go ahead and start round number 4. So I'm going to do what I did for rounds 2 and 3. I'm going to attempt to do my first 30 sandbag swings unbroken if I can, take a rest break, and then try to do the final 20 reps unbroken if I can. If I can't get to 30, that's fine. Just break it up however you need to. The point is just to get the reps done. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm starting round 4 right now. 50. Sandbag sit-ups. Five reps. That's 15. 10 more. Take like another 15-20 second rest here before I finish my final 10 reps or final 5 reps. Good Lord, let's not have any extra reps. If you don't need to rest, don't rest. All right, picking up my count at 20. That's 25. I am sweating so much. My hair is soaking wet. I feel like I might as well have just worked out in the rain. I don't know what the humidity level is right now, but it's like the air is like heavy and wet. It's like a blanket of just mug. Can we normalize calling this level of mugginess a blanket of mug? I like it. It's very descriptive. All right. To finish our penultimate round, another 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. As soon as you are ready. my count at 60. So I'm gonna do another 40 reps, and that'll complete my second set. 70, 80, 90, 100. So at this point in the workout, we've done a lot of reps. We're almost an hour in. Legs are tired. Fatigue has set in. So if you start tripping more, it's all right. Just do your best to let it go. I know it's frustrating, but don't let the frustration derail you. Just get back into it, do your best. Third set. Last set. All right, that's round 4. We made it. Just 1 round left to go. We're still well under an hour, so there's no way I'm gonna finish in under an hour, but I won't miss my goal by too much. Keep it relatively close to an hour, hopefully. All right. I was bargaining with myself during that last cardio section, thinking I can do 20, 20, and 10. But I think I want to push myself and see if I can do 30 and 20 again. If I can't, it's okay, but it's a final round, so I just want to dig deep. I want to finish strong. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Let's get into this 5th and final round. $50 sandbag swings, so I'm gonna see if I can do my first 30 unbroken again. Wish me luck. As soon as you're ready, here we go. If your stamina is better than I am, and you can still do unbroken sets of 50, then don't break them up. I just need a good 20, 30 seconds at this kind of halfway point, a little bit more than halfway. All right, last 20 reps. That's 50. So those are done. Unless you are inviting 50 of your closest friends over later and having a sandbag swing party. That is our final sandbag swing of the day. So now all we have left to do is another 25 sit-ups, and we'll just finish with our final cardio section. Home stretch, let's push. That's 10. 15. 2 more little baby sets of 5. We got this. That's 20. Last 5 reps. Oh, that's 25. So again, unless you find yourself with the irresistible urge to do more sandbag sit-ups later on in the day, sandbag sit-ups are done. We've done our final sit-up of the day. Which means we are done with the sandbag. All we have left to do to complete this 5th and final set is one last cardio section. I might still be just under an hour. No, I'm at 1 hour and 10 seconds. So just barely over an hour. So not too bad. If I can get through these last 5 sets without too much tripping and without needing too long of a rest break in between sets, I can keep it to about within 5 or 6 minutes of my goal. So let's push final 5 sets of jump rope when you're ready. is my third set. 2 more. Last set. That's set number 5, and that's round number 5. That's our final round. We made it. I always mark that last slash, even though I no longer have to keep track of my reps because I worked hard for that slash. I earned it, and I want this random piece of paper in the universe to reflect the fact that I did all 25 sets of jump rope. So all 5 rounds took me a total of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 28 seconds. So I missed my goal of finishing in under an hour, but only by less than 5.5 minutes. It's not too bad. I'm good with that. I worked hard today. This was a great workout, so I'm good with 105.28. That is my official score. You can feel free to comment with your score. Let me know how long it took you. But we are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. But first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, as most of my workouts do these days for the last couple of years at least, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope. So again, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope, the same way we've been doing for the last 1 hour and 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So if you do not want to do this bonus round of jump rope, that's fine. You must do your bonus burpee. The bonus burpee is mandatory. That's what completes the workout. The workout is not officially over until you have done your bonus burpee. But this bonus set of jump rope is completely optional. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine. You can just watch and cheer me on and hope that I have enough strength in my legs to get through it without tripping over Rebecca. Take another minute to breathe, and then we'll do our bonus burpee together. If you would like to join me, we're just going to count another 100 revolutions of the jump rope. 1 more deep breath. As soon as you're ready, here we go. So counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 100. So that's our little bonus set of 100 with the jump rope. So now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. All right, as soon as you're ready, here we go, final rep of the day. So let's just do a quick cool down together. Just want to keep moving while you allow your heart rate to come down, while you allow your breathing to normalize a little bit. So if you find that you're taking short, shallow breaths and your chest is rising and falling rapidly like this, I want you to visualize your diaphragm being pulled down. Expand your rib cage. Think about breathing all the way down to your belly button. Allow your entire torso to fill up with air. And then use your diaphragm as you expel the breath and to push the breath out with control. So keep focusing on your breathing. Try to normalize your breathing with deep, slow, controlled breaths. Send that breath all the way down to your belly button and just keep moving. You can pace back and forth, shake out the legs. Let's just do a quick shoulder stretch. So bringing one arm across your body, you're going to use the other arm to pull it in tight to your chest. Make sure your straight arm is completely relaxed. More importantly, make sure your shoulder is relaxed. If your shoulder's tense and hunched up by your ear, you're not going to be able to stretch it effectively. So relax the arm, relax the shoulder, shake it out. Let's get the other shoulder. So bringing the opposite arm across the body, making sure as you use your other arm to pull this arm in close to your chest, your straight arm is nice and relaxed, shoulder is relaxed. You're continuing to focus on slowing down your breathing and you're moving. So again, you can pace back and forth, you can shake out the legs. I always kind of shift my weight from foot to foot, shake it out. Let's do a quick tricep stretch. So bending one elbow, place your hand on your elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure that your free hand is relaxed. This finger should be pointing straight down at the ground. So you want to make sure that this free hand is not hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder. Fingers pointing straight down at the ground as you gently pull this elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Feel that nice stretch in your triceps. Shake it out. We'll do the other side. So bending the other elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Feel that stretch in your tricep. Continue focusing on your breath. Breathing all the way down to your belly button, controlling the breath on the way in, controlling it on the way out, and making sure you're continuing to move. Shake out the legs, shift your weight from foot to foot. You can pace back and forth, whatever feels good to you. Shake it out. We're gonna finish with a quick quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can always hold onto the wall or a chair or your dining room table or park bench for support, whatever's close by. You're going to bend one knee, bring the foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot. If you are holding onto something for support, you're going to grab the foot with your hand that's on the same side. If you're not holding onto anything, you can just grab your foot with both hands. And then you're going to press your heel into your booty cheek and tilt your pelvis forward. So you're kind of tucking your booty underneath you. Imagine trying to touch your spine with your belly button. And as you're doing that, you're continuing to really press your heel into your booty cheek. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you're going to instantly feel that stretch intensify in your quad muscles because you're isolating them more effectively. And you're also going to feel the stretch continue up to your hip flexor. So shake it out. Let's get the quads on the other side. So bending the opposite knee, bringing your foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with one hand if you're holding onto something for support. If not, grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek and make sure that you are tilting your pelvis forward. So tucking the booty underneath you, sucking that belly button back towards your spine. Continue pressing your heel into your booty cheek as you do that, and continue to make sure you're being mindful of your breath. One more deep breath here. Feel that stretch, extend all the way up to your hip flexors and come out. And one last time, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit, and that's it. That's our little cool down. If you find that you're still breathing heavily and your heart rate is still elevated, just continue to pace around for a couple more minutes. You can do a little more light stretching. That's a fantastic idea. Just remember that this little bit of light stretching that we do during the cool down does not take the place of a proper stretching routine. It's still really important to make sure that you are taking a good 15 or 20 minutes at least to stretch every day if you can. More if you have the time. If you can do it right now, immediately after the workout, this is going to be the most effective and the most efficient time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. But if you don't have time to stretch right now, that's fine. Just remember that if you do put off your stretching until later on in the day, your muscles will have gotten cold again. So you're going to need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before you begin stretching. You don't want to jump into your stretching routine with cold muscles, because your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. So it doesn't matter when you get your stretching done during the day, just as long as you're doing so safely and as long as you're getting it done. Taking the time to stretch every day is really important. It's not only going to help to reduce any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workouts, but it is also going to help to reduce your risk of injury moving forward. And of course, it's going to increase or improve your flexibility. And that is an important and I think usually undervalued and overlooked aspect of your overall fitness. So please make sure that you are taking the time to stretch every day, and please make sure that you are doing so safely. But that's it. That is all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you are not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything was unclear with the format of today's workout, how everything fits together, how you can customize the format to accommodate your time constraints or your fitness level. If you have any questions about the exercises that we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications, I am always here, so please ask for help if you need it. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way into the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, don't tell me how to rob a bank. I know how to rob a bank. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way until the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, don't tell me how to rob a bank. I know how to rob a bank. And that is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.